Carnival Radio. My name is Joseph Oyukala. And here are the headlines. Flight of fancy. Government slammed for wasting 160 billion naira on unviable airports. Lagos Calabar Highway Devolution. 100 landowners team up for fresh legal war. IG vows to rescue 2,149 kidnapped victims. Fails subsidy. Nigeria government to engage external auditor on NRPC held 2.7 trillion naira claim. On the poll, APC members dump party. And here is the news in details. The Inspector General of Police, Kayode Egbetokun, on Tuesday gave the assurance that the police would rescue all Nigerians currently in the captivity of kidnappers. Egbetokun, according to his statement by the force spokesperson, Muyiwa Adejobi, stated this as the force headquarters while reflecting on and appraising the effectiveness of the well-coordinated operations of the rescue of the 20 University of Maiduguri and Plateau State University medical students who were abducted in Benue while on their way for a conference in Enugu State. According to a report released on Tuesday by SetSense, a data collection organization, no fewer than 2,149 Nigerians were kidnapped across the country in 2023. The geopolitical distribution of reported kidnapping cases showed that the Northwest recorded 759 kidnap cases, North Central had 476 cases, the Northeast had 408 cases, the South had 216 cases, and the Southeast had 191 cases, and the Southwest had the fewest with 99 cases. Adejobi said the IG promised to leave no stone unturned to fulfill his pledge to rescue the over 2,000 citizens held hostage across the country in 2023, as well as those kidnapped so far in 2024 and others abducted in previous years. He also quoted Egbetokun as promising to ensure the police officers under him were professional and people-friendly. Adejobi added that the IG appreciated the National Security Advisor, Nulu, Ribadu, other security agencies and the locals for their support in rescuing the medical student. For more details, please visit Punch newspaper. IG vows to rescue 2,149 kidnapped victims. Meanwhile, 6 state governments, including Ekiti, Mboyi, Jigawa, Yobe State, Nasarawa State, and Bayelsa State, have spent about 160 billion naira on airport projects that opposition politicians and aviation professionals classified as unviable. Stakeholders say the huge public funds expended on the facilities have amounted to waste. They condemned the state governors and asked Nigerians to hold them responsible for the waste. However, some industry players advise that the facilities be converted into ski acquisition centers for the benefit of the citizens. Some call on relevant authorities to probe the money spent on the unviable project. Clerks checks by the newsmen showed that 6 states spent over 60 billion naira on the various airport projects, but the facilities have not attracted considerable number of aircraft for charter or commercial purposes. Apart from Muritala Muhammad Airport, Lagos, Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja, and Port Harcourt International Airport, Port Harcourt, Rivers State, that generate about 80% of revenues for the Federal Airport Authority of Nigeria, other airports constitute a financial burden to fund. But despite the challenges facing most of the aerodromes in the country, most state governments have continued to pump scarce resources into the construction of more airports, with most designating them as cargo airports. In the last decade, no fewer than 10 state governments have mooted or commenced such projects. Some of the states include Oyo State, Oyo State, Ogun State, Benue, Zamfara, Nasarawa, Abia State, Ekiti State, and Bayelsa State. Sadly, most of these projects were never completed, while others were abandoned by their successors in office. They include Asaba Airport, Mboyi Airport, Bayelsa Airport, Ogun Cargo Airport, MKU Abiola International Airport, Osun, which is uncompleted, Ekiti Cargo Airport, Anambra Cargo Airport, Abia Airport, Wachaka Airport in Damaturu, and Dutse International Airport in Jigawa. Others are Lafia Airport in Nasarawa, which is uncompleted, Kebbi Airport, Auchi Airport in Edo State, which is uncompleted, Samvara Airport, and Gombe Airport. In 2017, Governor Willie Obiano of Anambra State commenced his move to build an airport in the state. 6 years later, the governor renewed his zeal for the project, a cargo airport in Omueri, in the Anambra East local government area. Anambra State is surrounded by airports in Delta, Imo, and Ogun State, but the governor embarked on the project. He had initially boosted the airport. For more details, please visit Punch newspaper. Flight of fancy. Government slammed for wasting 160 billion naira on unviable airports. In the meantime, over 100 property owners in Lafiaji community, Etiosa local government area of Lagos State, are planning legal action against the federal government as they have been issued demolition notice to evacuate their properties for the Lagos-Calabar highway construction. This was made known in a statement titled "Being the text of a press conference addressed by property owners and residents of Lafiaji community, Etiosa local government area, Lagos State, on the distortion in the construction of the Lagos-Calabar coastal highway by arbitrary deviation from the long-established right of way by the Honorable Minister of Works and threatened unlawful demolition of their property at Lafiaji community, Etiosa local government area, Lagos State, on Tuesday. The property owners accused the Minister of Works, David Umahi, of altering the original right of way to shield prominent politicians. In this statement, they claim that they followed due process in acquiring their lands, adding that in the acquisition of their plot of land and in building their property, they were well informed about the right of way clearly marked, beckoned, and established for the Lagos-Calabar Coastal Highway, and therefore ensured that they did not encroach on or trespass on the established right of way. However, the project designed to connect Lagos to Cross River passes through the coastal state of Ogun State, Ondo State, Delta, Edo, Bayelsa, Rivers State, Akwa Ibom State, before culminating in Cross River State. It is crucial for enhancing connectivity and boosting economic activities along Nigeria's coastal region, and is expected to cost 4 billion per kilometer, with the government awarding contracts for 2 sections of less than 100 kilometers at a total cost of 2.46 trillion. But the coastal highway has been a subject of public scrutiny and controversy since the government commenced construction in March. In May, Umahi disclosed that 750 houses on the part of the highway had been marked for demolition. The owners of affected property were displeased with the government's compensation, claiming it did not match their investment. According to them, the compensation is grossly inadequate and there is the need for the government to review the payment. The founder of leisure games, Olaniwaju Ojo, who got 1.3 billion compensation, told newsmen that the amount was what he could generate in a week. The Lafiaji community residents noted that they wrote protest letter to President Bola Tinubu and the Governor of Lagos State, Oyo State, among other public officers, to seek redress. For more details, please visit Vanguard newspaper. Lagos Calabar Eye with Devolution. 100 landowners team up for fresh legal war. In another development, the Nigerian government has announced plans to engage an external auditor to audit the Nigerian National Petroleum Company Limited 2.7 trillion fuel subsidy claim. This is according to the recent minute of the Federal Allocation Account Committee seen by newsmen on Tuesday. The minute stated that the yet-to-be-named auditor would assist the Office of the Auditor General of the Federation in determining the real amount owed by the government. Commenting on the issue, the chairman of Commissioners Forum, HCF Ekiti State, suggested the need to extend the period of the audit review to December 2023, considering that the exercise was yet to commence. This move comes 4 months after the plan was proposed at the monthly Federation Allocation Account Committee meeting in April 2024. NLPCL claimed an outstanding of 6 trillion. It was reduced to 2.7 trillion after an initial audit by an audit firm, KPMG. The latest audits move will span from 2015 to 2021. It will be recalled that on May 30, 2023, a few hours after the subsidy is gone, declaration by the President Bola Tinubu, the NRPCL Group Chief Executive Officer Meleki Hari told State House correspondent that the federal government still owns the firm the sum of 2.8 trillion spent on petrol subsidy. For more details, please visit Daily Post newspaper. Fuel subsidy. Nigerian government to engage external auditor on NRPC held 2.7 trillion claim. In another news, some members of the All Progressives Congress (APC) in Oyo State have defected to the Social Democratic Party (SDP) ahead of the November 16 governorship election. The defectors joined SDP at a rally held at the party secretariat in Akure. They dropped their APC membership cards and collected those of SDP. The former APC members said they were not treated fairly in the party. Leader of the defectors, Femi Ikoyi, an engineer, said there were a strong force in Ondo APC known as People's Democratic Movement (PDM). Ikoyi said the defection would boost SDP's chances at the polls. He said more APC and PDP members have indicated interest to join SDP to ensure victory for its candidate, Otumba Bamidele Akinboye. Chairman of Odo SDP, Gbenga Akinbumi, who received the defectors, assured them of equal treatment in the party. The SDP candidate congratulated the defectors for joining the light. He promised to embark on inclusive governance if elected as governor. For more details, please visit The Nation newspaper under Pearl, APC members dump party. To bring the newspaper review to a close this morning, here is the recap of headlines. Flights of fancy. Government slammed for wasting 160 billion naira on unviable airport. Lagos Calabar Highway demolition. 100 landowners team up for fresh legal war. IG vows to rescue 2,149 kidnapped victims. Fuel subsidy. Nigerian government to engage external auditor on LRPC held 2.7 trillion claim. Ondo Pearl, APC members dump party. And with that, we've come to the end of newspaper review on Carnival Radio. Thank you very much for listening. You can download Carnival Media app from Play Store and app iOS. You can also check out our website at www.ng. My name remains Joseph Oyukola. Good morning.